Okay, so let's start our discussion. Okay, Inder, so what do you understand by this cryptocurrency? Can you explain cryptocurrency in brief? Your voice is breaking.
Cryptocurrency, I guess, yeah, as I know, it's system generated currency. It's a chain kind of.
What kind of currency?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Or is it stored in a hardware device? If that device damaged, so that currency also damaged. It's that kind of.
Okay, okay, Hari sir, can you explain cryptocurrency?
So cryptocurrency is basically a currency, a form of decentralized digital currency, wherein data is stored in the form of blockchain, right? So there is no centralized control over this currency. Rather, it is a decentralized control wherein every block stores the information of the previous block and its own block. So, in short way, it is almost impossible to hack this blockchain or this digital information, and the value keeps on increasing because the uh, number of cryptocurrencies that are designed is always fixed, and the number of users keeps on increasing day by day, and investment, like whatever people are doing the investment, that keeps on increasing, and based on that the value of that currency keeps on changing. Now, in fact, most of the banks in world, centralized banks, they are feeling threatened because of this form of currencies, cryptocurrency, right? So that is the reason why India banned cryptocurrency, and yet it is still ambiguous, in ambiguous status, because the bill had been passed, but I'm not sure if they can do it in that way, because most of the countries, they are not they're not okay with banning such type of digital currency or cryptocurrency. So it's still an ambiguous, like it's a confused state whether we should ban or not. So even the RBI and central government, they are not sure whether to ban this or whether to continue with cryptocurrency. And basically, there are many currencies. Like earlier, it started with Bitcoin, BTC, and later on there are a number of exchanges that have formed from Bitcoin. So it is Ethereum is there, Ripple is there, WazirX is there, and n number of uh, exchanges are there on Bitcoin. And it has been in a controversy because these miners, like there were few famous fraudsters who duped money of crores of money from people. Like one was OneCoin founder Dr. Ruja Ignatova. So she duped almost crores of rupees, and she fled away, and she is absconding now. So that is one reason that this is always in a that authenticity of the Bitcoin is always questioned, and miners especially. So in India, we have one more Bitcoin mining company called as Gain Bitcoin, which was started by Amit Bharadwaj, who is the founder of that Gain Bitcoin. So he duped money from many students from Kerala and all over India. And he was saying, like, I have a mining company in Singapore, which is into Bitcoin mining. So it's a pretty what we say, that technical thing to understand what is mining and all. So I'll say like Bitcoin cryptocurrency as such is a good thing to learn, but we should be equally cautious about it because it's still in a very nascent stage, and the founder of that Bitcoin is also some hidden or some fictional character like Satoshi Nakamoto. So no one knows who is Satoshi Nakamoto, who has founded Bitcoin. So there is a lecturer of chemistry in Japan, who goes by the same name, Satoshi Nakamoto, and he is all believes that have no association with Bitcoin. He is definitely a scientist. He is a lecturer in BSc or in. It's almost impossible to hack all the nodes at the same time to take a control of cryptocurrency. It's a purely a decentralized system. So being decentralized is the only thing that I liked about cryptocurrency and blockchain, that no one has centralized any other currency. It is also always a centralized control of the central bank like RBI. So if we go to US, the dollar is to Europe, it's a different central authority who controls the currency over there. So Bitcoin is definitely a very big revolution.
So, do you think that Bitcoin is going to make the original paper money obsolete?
Yes, I'm not able to hear.
My
Anyone?
question was, do you think that
Pavitro?
Bitcoin? Yeah,
I
can you hear me?
can't hear your voice. Yeah, he left the. Yeah, is there?
Yeah, my question was, do you think that Bitcoin is going to make the original paper currency or paper money obsolete?
Your voice is breaking, Aritra. Could you repeat your question?
1 minute. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. So my question was, do you think that Bitcoin is going to make the paper currency obsolete?
Yeah, definitely. It will make obsolete one day.
So do you think that nowadays our generation should learn about blockchain technology?
Yeah, it is better to get updated, I will say. So
Okay. So yeah,
I
continue.
I just want to see, like, I'm not sure if it will make obsolete the currency. See, it totally depends on the acceptance. If someone, if what can a bank do when everyone knows about Bitcoin and starts buying and selling on Bitcoin? What can a bank official really do in that case?
Nothing.
Nothing, right? In the same way, there is another possibility that you cannot buy Bitcoin without having money in your account, bank account, right? So you, to buy Bitcoin, you should have a currency or something in your bank account, or else you should have already having lots of Bitcoin in your account. Then you can buy in another exchange or any other account. So it is both analogous. So it cannot, if one goes absolute, so maybe like we will use money only to buy a Bitcoin in that case, right? Because it cannot be like both are both will go hand in hand. Without money, you cannot buy. Trading as such in Bitcoin is already started, and most of the companies abroad do accept their payments in Bitcoin. Many websites, many e-commerce, many other vendors, wholesalers, they have started accepting money in the form of Bitcoin, because reason being the charges are very low when compared to money transfer or a Swift transfer, if we consider for that.
His entire life. The animal which never drinks water his entire life is
In there,
considered fat.
where are you currently right now? Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, my question was, where are you right now? The
I'm in
background.
home.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
You're watching TV?
Yes.
Okay, okay, that's focus on this case study. You can watch TV
Yeah,
later.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, so in there, my question for you, that is, how do you think a startup would know that whether it is the correct time to pivot or not?
Beginner note.
Pivot. You know about pivot?
No, I don't know. Can you explain?
Pivot means, in short term, I can say changing direction. For example, I'm giving you an example. Let's say that you are building a startup and your startup sells milk. Okay. And now, after a few years or few months of operation, you understood that your customer does not want milk, but your customer wants paneer. So in that
Your
case,
voice is not
you
coming.
can you hear me?
Your voice break. Can you say again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So pivot in simple term means changing your direction. For example, let's say you are
Okay.
building a startup and your startup sells milk to your customer. Okay. And
Okay.
now after a few months of operation, you realize that your customer does not want milk, but your customer wants paneer. So what you do is that
Okay.
you shift your product from milk to paneer. Before that you are making milk, and right now you are making paneer. So that is one example of pivot. So the thing is that you should know when it is the exact time to
Okay.
pivot. Because if you miss out that opportunity, then there is a high possibility your startup would fail. Because there are many startups who fail because they fail to pivot in proper time. So when do you think a startup would realize whether it is proper time to pivot or not?
Okay. So I have another question, that you gave which example that a company having good sales of paneer. So the thing is, like, they have both product, right? Like paneer and milk, and now they have to decide like which product they should change. Either they have only one product, milk. What?
No, one product.
They have both product, or they have only one product?
No,
Okay,
they
they
have
have
one
only one
product.
product,
They have only one product, and now they have to shift it
but
to
in
another
market.
product.
So, so okay, so they don't. So according to you, that they will see that market need is paneer, so they
Yeah,
have to change their product.
yeah,
You is saying this?
yeah. From milk to paneer,
Or
you have
they
to
have
change.
both product?
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm facing some network
Yeah.
issue.
Right?
Yes, I can
Okay,
listen you.
okay,
Your
okay,
answer?
okay. I'm asking you, Arithro, that you gave me an example. So that company have only one product, milk, and they don't know about paneer anything right now. Either they have both product, paneer and milk, and now they have to change the product. What
No,
is the
they have
condition?
only one product.
Like what that word meaning exactly? I
No, they have only one product. The company has only one product, and that is milk. Now they have to, from milk, they have to milk paneer. They have to change their,
Arithro.
yeah,
Yeah, what was that word?
pivot, P-I-V-O-T, pivot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what this word means, sir, actually?
Oh, pivot in the sense it's a kind of like there is a table like which you can basically when you drag the data in Excel. So pivot is in other terms you can say just like a rivet. You can say a rivet. What is the use of a rivet? In the same way, it's a pivot. So pivot is basically related to timing. Maybe a timing when you should exactly
Sir, actually,
assign the
Arithro
point.
now, yeah, Arithro now gave me an example that a company have a product milk,
Hmm.
and now they were shifting to paneer. So this is the this word meaning. So I just wanted to ask that that company have already the both product, or they have like only one product, and now they're shifting to a new product. Here, what is the meaning of this word?
No, so pivot is see actually if we consider meaning of pivot, it is a centralized point, right? Just
Yeah.
like we have a pivot on the on a door, wherein we can just swing it on that point, right? So in the same way,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, in the same way, the startup will be in this contest. Like there will be a single product or a point where from where they will start another product or another system or another services, right, Arithro?
So it's completely new product.
Yeah, kind of like it can be a derived product, not a completely new product. It can be also a derived product from the same product.
Okay. So that's become also another identity,
Okay,
right?
for example, you remember Instagram, the story of Instagram. What
Yeah.
Instagram, before creation of Instagram, the company name was Bourbon. I can remember. Yes, the
Okay.
company name was Bourbon. And the thing is that the founder, and in Bourbon, there were several other features. Apart from Instagram, there were many other features in Bourbon. And
Okay.
then in Bourbon, while starting the company after a few years of operation, the founders
Yeah.
realized that the customers were only interested in the photo part only, the photo editing part
Okay.
only, and so they decided to pivot, and then Instagram was formed.
Okay. Okay. So now ask your question.
Yeah. So
I
question
get the
was, when do you think a founder should? How do you think a founder would realize whether it is the correct time to pivot or not? What are the factors?
Okay. So actually it's depend on demands. So if a founder can see the demands and how they like uh, how the process are going on. So according to that, it's possible. So they will get to know and they get a strong signal to change. Yeah.
Okay, Hari sir, what do you think?
Regarding pivot you are
Pivot,
asking
pivot.
for a startup, right?
Yeah.
So actually I'm not much aware of that.
You're not aware of that.
Yeah,
But try to think, you have your own company now. There's a possibility that you may need to pivot in future.
yeah, exactly.
Try
I
to think.
can give you a like example from my, my analyze. Like now I'm working on a smart book. So previous name was Learning Machine. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I get like I was facing so many issues. What is Learning Machine? What is Learning Machine? Like its name also saying it's a machine that it's helping to learning. So I thought if I get a if I choose a name that familiar related that those people already know, so I just change the name from Learning Machine to Smart Book. Like,
Mhm.
and I also choose some another name like Robot Teacher, kind of this,
Mhm.
because now the everything is getting smart cities, smartphones, smart TVs. So just launch a Smart Book. Got it? Like we get a strong signal. We can see clearly when we should shift.
Okay.
Like no need to
Got it.
search
Got
for
it.
shift.
Right. 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 So
Yeah.
that is something like startup owner or the team, they should realize when they should pivot their startup exactly, right? Because they know what their product is, and since they are in that particular business, they know what the market is, what the market segment is, right? So who are the competitors, what all are their plus points as compared to the competitors, and if they are getting a chance for doing this, getting this pivot, so definitely they should go ahead. It's always a tricky thing whether to do it or not. So it's not possible always, just like Doc Talk couldn't pivot itself at the right time, right? Because
Yeah.
there were, yeah, there were lots of funding, venture capitalists who were interested in Talk at that time. But thing was they couldn't pivot it at the same time. So might be you must reach until that level so that you can get a source of funding and you can go ahead. So another question is over here, Aritra.
Yeah.
So you know about White Hat Junior, right?
Yeah. Whitehead Junior.
So can you tell me, like, White Hat Junior also was on the verge of like almost a closure when Byju's came up and invested lots of money in White Hat Junior. So what was the pivot over here for White Hat Junior?
Mm, That I don't know what Whitehead Junior did, but what
Ah,
I know is that it is
that is the
it is
thing.
right now frauding people, scamming people, cheating people, and that's why its reputation has
No,
gone down.
then this is a wrong knowledge, Aritra. If you don't know what exactly he has done, then you cannot blame whether they are a scammers or not. Because
No, they are just
you,
forcing the parents to admit their kids in the coding classes.
yeah, it is because no one knows what was the pivot, what made them, what by made Byju's to invest so much of amount of money in a startup which is into coding for small kids, right? So they don't have that much teachers also into coding, and small kids, their IQ level, not everyone is going to learn coding because IQ, you you need something different level of skills and understanding to learn coding, right? So, but thing is, can we understand what pivot was it when Whitehead Junior was taken over by Byju's? So this, if we can crack this, so then definitely we can say we can blame like Whitehead Junior is not a good online edtech system, right? So we should first understand what is their business model, what are they into, and how they got that pivot when Byju's entered into the scene, and what made Byju's exactly to get attracted to Whitehead Junior. So that is definitely a question that we should find an answer to it.
Okay, then we could do it in next week.
Yeah, sure.
We could make a case study on it next week.
Yes, yes. Please note down that we'll make it. next week.
Okay, so let's end that session for today. It's 11:45, 10:45 already. We will join again tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.